And I'm just gonna put some chicken salad like dressing on top of it, so I don't want it to be like dry or overcooked, but we do want it to be a little bit brown. Oh, thank you, Madeline. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here, but I am live on both channels, so that's pretty cool. It worked out well. All right. So anyway, yeah, today that's what I've been doing is I've been writing grants for this group. And now I am taking a step and I'm making some meal prep. It's funny that after leaving teaching, I'm eating so much more healthier now than I did before I was a teacher. We are making chicken salad right now. And what I do with it is I just put it in mason jars in my fridge. And any one of my family can grab a mason jar and go. So kind of think like overnight oats, but without the mushy, gross oatmeal. And this chicken salad will go in the fridge, but it's not going to have, like they can eat it with crackers or whatever. You can take a jar and some crackers or just eat it the way it is. I also have some 3-bean salad in the fridge. So. Which I made earlier today. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a minute because I want it to brown. And I'm gonna pull, so this is just celery. That's all that is. And I'm gonna grab okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna add to this some mayo, but not a lot, just enough to get it creamy here. And then I'm mostly going to be using whole Greek yogurt. Trying to up the protein content, and Greek yogurt has more protein in it than mayo does. So 16 grams of protein versus mayo, I don't even think has any protein in it. Yeah, none. And then we have some dill weed. About that much. I think that's probably maybe just a little over a teaspoon. And we're going to mix this all together. And I'm going to get some sea salt, some kosher sea salt. A little of that. And then I don't put raw onion in it because my daughter can't have raw onion. She's allergic to it. She can have cooked onion, but she can't have raw onion. So instead of putting in onion, I just add a little bit of onion powder. And I know that that's not ideal, but it gets the onion flavor without, you know, making her all itchy when she's trying to eat. All right, let's give that a taste. Oopsie. Stir up the chicken a little bit so we can get it nice and brown. And something I've also done with this is I've added like noodles to it or something along those lines, but I'm not going to add noodles this time around. We're going to use the noodles for a different pasta. Okay. Chicken is nice and brown. Dump that in. Off. Stir it up. Oh yeah, that looks good. Again, I could add some noodles to this. I could add a lot of things to this, but I'm actually just going to put it in just like this. We're just going to leave it just like that. Ta-da! Go ahead and taste a little bit. Oh, very good. Okay, let's pack it. All right, I'm gonna move you guys so it's easier. Oopsie, sorry YouTube, I dropped you. All right. Yep, keep dropping YouTube. Sorry about that, guys. Thankfully, not as popular over there, so there's not as many people there. Oh, that's nice and zoomed in. Sorry about that. All right. Oh, sure. 2 people showed up on YouTube the minute I dropped it on their faces. Sorry, guys. Okay. So now we have these jars. I am so short. There's another one here. Nope, those are baby food jars. Okay, I'm gonna need a chair. But here's what we do. I have these lids and these jars. And what we do is we just pack it into the jars. Like so. And then put the lid on. And then these go in the fridge and they keep for several days. There's, 6 of us in the household, so they get eaten pretty fast. But I've been able to keep things for 2 a week, I think. I'm making a mess. Now keep in mind, I'm only feeding my family, so no, I'm not gonna wear gloves. I'm not doing any of that. Hello, over on YouTube. I am making chicken salad, just meal prepping for the week. So we've got some chicken here, some Greek yogurt, some celery, a little bit of onion powder, because my daughter is allergic to raw onion, so I didn't put any onion in it. A little bit of garlic powder, mixing it all together, and then I put it in these jars. And then my family can take just a jar and some crackers, and they just eat that as their lunch. All right, here we go. And once we're done with this, we're gonna make an elote corn salad, an elote corn pasta. We'll have several options in the fridge for my family to eat. So they're very good. Let's see. We need another jar. Looking for another jar. jars. I just ran the dishwasher. Aha! Check that out. There's a jar. Did you figure it out? Very cute. It's still a little...
It is a little, yeah, but it's better than it was.
That's hot. All right. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok if you want to say hi. You don't have to say hi, though.
Hello.
This is my daughter.
Got two screens going on. I don't know which one to look at.
I mean, you look at both of them. You just kind of do whatever. Oh my gosh.
While she was making food, I was cutting my hair.
Cutting her
I'm
own
a
hair.
responsible adult.
Something like that.
Something like that.
She's 18. It's fine. It's fine. If she wants to cut her own hair, then
I'll cut my own.
then she'll cut her own hair. Yeah. This one doesn't have enough in it, so we're gonna steal from the other jars so that we can fill it up. I love that one of the 7th grade teachers dressed up as the Lorax. That makes me happy. I've used the Lorax before to teach characterization, and then also to use context clues to understand the words that you don't know. So there you go. Hey, her hair does look good. I'm proud of her. She did a good job. All right, I think that's gonna work. I think we stole from enough to make it work. All right, her name is Allison. Okay, there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 6 jars. I think we did good. I think 6 jars is that is a good amount. All right. Chicken salad is good. That worked out really well. All right, next thing, we're gonna put these in the fridge real quick. We actually already did our Halloween celebration. We did a trunk or treat for our church. There's actually a video on here. I will stay home probably and pass out candy, but I don't think that I will do much other than that. I'm gonna grab a can of corn. I'll be right back. My domed cake server just fell off the top of the fridge. Did you guys all see that happen? Domed cake server just fell off the top of my fridge. Glass is literally everywhere. So here we go. Let's clean that up. You know, literally everywhere. Like, oh my gosh. I have a feeling we're going to be finding glass for a very long time. Ugh. Oh goodness. All right, so those of you in the live, I'm going to end the live, come back later, or, you know, if you're there, you can be my moderators for a minute and type in the chat what I'm doing. what's going on. Oh goodness. Yeah. Not only did this not sound good, like it's everywhere. I literally, we're gonna be finding glass forever. This was an entire domed baking dish. Like this huge domed baking dish. Oh, thank you. I actually think I put it in yesterday and I went to bed and did not take it out because I didn't feel like it. So I've slept in it for 2 days. Well, 1 day. It's hot. We're taking off the sweater. Target, I think. That's gonna be the best bet, is Target. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I need to show you guys. Hold on. I need to show you what we're dealing with over here. Here we go. This is what we're dealing with. That's what I'm dealing with right now. And there's glass all the way over there. So yeah, there was nothing in it, so that's good news. But also, I'm gonna have to make sure my family doesn't wear or constantly wear shoes until we make sure all of this is cleaned up. Putting you guys over here, you can help me clean up, I guess. All right. There's glass all the way over here. Oh my gosh. Okay. It was one of those older ones too, like from the probably late 90s. I'm pretty sure I got it for my wedding. So it's the dome and the base of the cake plate. Oh, I'm so bummed out. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, it was sitting on top of the fridge, so it wasn't even a mistake. It just randomly fell. It's been up there for 10 years, and for some reason it just fell. So not even really an accident. It's just one of those freak things that happens in life. This is what the plate was sitting on, and it just clean came off. That's so funny. This is just, oh my gosh. You know, that's really cool. I don't know Bluey. My kids are all too old, so none of them ever watched Bluey. So I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure it'll look great. My youngest is 18, so we weren't really a Nickelodeon family or a Disney family, to be honest with you. My kids really liked things like the Chronicles of Narnia. We were actually just talking about that the other day, how a lot of people, were really annoyed with like children's shows growing up. And I never really had that with my kids. They were more into big stuff. Big stuff. My son and I used to watch the Pirates of the Caribbean together. And that was his thing, was Pirates of the Caribbean, so I don't know. Gosh. Thankfully I have a box. Oh my gosh. Spaghetti sauce everywhere. That sounds awful. So over on YouTube, they said that they had a jar of spaghetti sauce fall and break everywhere. Just looking at the big pieces. We'll soon be back to our regularly scheduled programming. Oh my god. This seems to be like tempered glass, like safety glass almost. And luckily the explosion all handled right, mostly in this localized area. There's some bigger pieces that like sprayed across the floor, but I think we're pretty good otherwise. That'll be a live highlight for the TikTok later, huh? Okay. I think we're pretty good. All right. I'm gonna go get cans of corn and we can finish doing what we were doing. All right, here we go. So, you know, if you want more of this real life messy stuff, please subscribe. Because this is my life now. This is honestly my life now. All right. Now, we're gonna do our next one, which is gonna be an elote corn salad. And this one's gonna have pasta in it. Okay. We're using this pasta, which is a high protein pasta. There you go. Any way we can get more protein into my daughter's poor little body. Yeah, here, watch, I'll just show you now. So the question over on YouTube is, how do I put my hair up in the claw clip like this? All right, so it's down. I don't know if you can see this. All right, here we go. Take it to the nape of my neck like this. And then I'm going to twist very tightly like this and turn it up. Kind of loosen the hair. Tuck the end under and tuck it under like that. And then I take this ginormous clocket thing.
Clocket?
Clocket.
Clocket.
My daughter makes fun of me. That's vital to the whole solution here.
Uh-huh.
Put it in. And then, you know, if you want to pull some of the strands down, you can. Hands are falling down. That's how I do it.
Side a little bit again.
It actually looks better. All right. So there you go. That's how we do it. All right. This salad, again, high protein noodles. We're gonna boil those. And then I've got some chickpeas, which isn't normally something that I put in this salad, but we're gonna put them in to add some fiber. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Is that Devin? Devin, are you in here on TikTok? Oh my gosh. All right, high protein noodles. We're gonna boil those. Get those going. Get those softened up. There we go. Now, why do I care about protein? Again, my daughter is hypoglycemic and underweight, so we're trying to get her to have a little bit more protein in her diet to help her body. So that's what we're doing. I sometimes diet. Right now it is in desperate need of it because I've got a lot of the, you can't really see it right now, but a lot of the gray that's poking through. It's my natural hair color. I just cover the gray, usually. All right, the next thing I'm adding here is fire roasted corn. Well, she's 18, so I'm not really sure what she's gonna do for Halloween. She was Princess Peach for our church one, so she'll probably do that again. And as far as for fun, she is currently a music major, so fun consists of practicing and then practicing some more. All right, corn and chickpeas. That is what we have in here right now. I'm gonna get a cutting board so that I can do some cilantro. Not this one, because this is the one we used for the chicken. So we're not gonna do that. There we go. She currently plays the clarinet, which is what she is majoring in, and she also plays the vibraphone, which is, it looks like a giant xylophone, but just with wooden keys. All right, let me get the cilantro. All right, are you cilantro people, yes or no? Is cilantro something you guys eat? Halloween actually comes from All Hallows Eve. Believe it or not, it was rooted in paganism, but also a Christian holiday. There's a lot of really fascinating stuff to do with Halloween. But, you know, we believe that kids should be able to have fun. Some families don't support it, and that's fine, they don't go, but you know, it's great for kids to be able to be kids and have fun and have a safe place to do that and whatever. So this year we watched The Nightmare Before Christmas before doing a trunk or treat, which was a lot of fun. All right, we are making an elote corn salad. This is cilantro. So again, are you cilantro people? Yes or no? Your mom puts it in everything. I don't put it in everything, but I do feel like it has its place. All right, so now we've got chickpeas, we've got fire roasted corn, we've got cilantro. Put the rest of this away. I need sour cream for this one. All right, this one is going to be a combination of Greek yogurt and sour cream. Well, I think Nightmare Before Christmas, so the comment over on YouTube is that she sees The Nightmare Before Christmas more as a Christmas movie because of the Santa Claus and everything, but I feel like it's both. I feel like it can apply to both because, you know, Jack lives in Halloween land, so. But like, where's your stance on whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Because that's kind of an important thing that we need to know. All right, I'm putting in a cup of sour cream and half a cup of Greek yogurt. And sour cream, how much protein does it have in it? 1 gram, not enough. But that's okay, because we put other stuff in it. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, let's see. All right, just to get a little bit more fiber in here, we're gonna add some hemp hearts. Yeah, cilantro is super cheap here. Like all the time. All right. So there's that. Now, we are going to add, I have this tahini seasoning, which basically in Arizona we put on everything. Just kidding, not everything, but a good deal of things. It's a chili, lime, whatever. So we're gonna put a bunch of that in there. I'm not gonna use cottage cheese, not for this one. I've used it for a few others, but I know it's higher in protein, but we're not gonna use it for this. Okay, I'm also gonna add some lime juice. Whatever was left in the bottle, I think it was like 1/8 of a cup. Okay, we're gonna stir this up. We're probably gonna need more mayo, sour cream. We'll see after we put the noodles in, we'll probably need more. It's been great fun chatting with you too. I hope that you're subscribed and I hope we'll see you soon. We're gonna try and do more lives. Now that I'm no longer in the classroom full time, I have more time to do things like meal prep and plan, so. Oh, the cheese. I forgot about the cheese. We're gonna put some feta in. Now, normally I would use cojito cheese, but cojito cheese is very salty, and I prefer feta for that. I do watch the Pants Slant. Liam is awesome. I love his channel. In fact, this recipe that we're making right now, the elote corn salad, is adapted from one that I saw on his channel. I change a few things about it. Okay, so yeah, that's Liam from the Plant Slant. If you guys are listening, he's really great. All right, here we go. We're just waiting for those noodles. I also bought, oopsie, some cabbage. I was going to do some Chinese chicken salad, but we're going to hold off on that. All right, so in here, he doesn't hate it. He hates that it's used in everything. He actually said that he kind of likes cottage cheese. He just hates that everybody thinks that it goes in ice cream. which I 100% agree with him. There's also a woman by the name of Mandy. She's from New Zealand. She tests a lot of viral recipes too. And then there's another lady, she's got kind of a British accent, also hates cottage cheese. She's done a few collaborations with Liam. I can't remember what her name is, but I like her too. I think my garbage needs taken out. Let's see here. Ooh, I have more lemon juice. Maybe we can add that. We're gonna add a little more lemon juice. I think people tag him just because they want to see him try the recipe. I think a lot of times with creators online that happens, things that you specifically know that we don't like, you're like, hey, you should try this too because we want to see you not like it. D. Brian Hollis is a good one that's an example of that, where he tests old recipes from like old cookbooks, like we're talking from the 50s and stuff, where they used Jell-O and everything. So, I mean, yeah. Okay, I am just waiting for the noodles. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna add a little bit of kosher salt to it, just a pinch, just to have some salt. Yes, a lot of people consider him Liam's brother. I think he and Liam actually have made a couple of videos kind of leaning into that type of joke, which has been funny. Hello over on TikTok. How are you guys doing? Oh, Shayla, thank you for the gift. That was super appreciated. I am like splattering myself with all of this. Okay. While we wait for the noodles, we're gonna get the jars ready. So for this salad, I tend to use the bigger jars. There we go. And if we have any small, I might use a couple of small jars too. We'll see if we have enough. Because sometimes I just want a little bit. And it's mostly for me because I don't eat a lot. So. Lids. Lids ready. Lids. And if you're looking for these lids, I just got them on Amazon. You can just put in reusable mason jar lids, and you should be able to find them. They are in my Amazon like storefront if you look for them there, but you know, just wherever you find them. I think if you buy them from my Amazon storefront, I make like a whole 16 cents. So, you know, it's the big time there. We're letting this noodle. Dinner tonight. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe we'll have tacos. Let's see, it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, let me pull out some ground beef. We'll have tacos. Can you find out how many noodles are going to be home for dinner tonight? Like, are you guys going to Institute or anything? Huh? Okay, I just need to know if it may be 1 pound or 2 pounds of dinner. I'm gonna make tacos. Alright, I grabbed 2 pounds of hamburger. Just cook it. Oops. Now, should I be using the microwave to defrost meat? Probably not, but we're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, it's only 4 o'clock here right now. I have 17 mosquito bites on my feet from this weekend. So I'm trying not to scratch my feet. Okay, but yes, okay, so comment on TikTok. Silly Arizona not doing the time change. Yeah, we don't. I've taken a Benadryl every night for my feet. Try Benadryl for itching. I've taken one every night for my feet. I'm mildly allergic to mosquito bites. Mildly. Yeah, those noodles are not done yet. I got a Benadryl itch stick that I can put on it, which is good. But they're just itching something awful right now. We're on like day 3. These noodles are not done yet. So actually, fun fact, Arizona does not do daylight savings time in most of the state, but in the upper northeast corner of the state, there is the Indian reservations, and the Navajo reservation, they do observe daylight savings. And that is because the Navajo reservation covers 4 different states. And those other 3 states observe daylight savings. So instead of just part of the reservation being on daylight savings and part of it not, the reservation does not observe it. So if you go up north to the north of Flagstaff area, just to like the Four Corners area, they do observe daylight savings. But like Page, Arizona, which is not part of the reservation, does not. So when you're driving through up there, your phone, you'll see, will change a bunch of different time zones. So you'll be on one time and then another time and then another time. And that's kind of like my interesting fact for the day. The more you know, right? That's like the one teacher fact that I have for you for today. There you go. I don't understand. So I do think that I'm going to be switching over to YouTube full time. TikTok's just not been it. And that's okay. It's okay. But I'm looking at this and like there's more people on the YouTube live than there are on the TikTok live. And I have 5 times as many followers on TikTok. That's just crazy. Just crazy talk. These noodles are taking forever. Also, did you know that if you take a spoon of any kind and stick it over the top of your pan like that, that it'll keep it from bubbling over? See? Look at that. I've taught 2 things today. So you can like walk away from it and your pan won't bubble over. Scratching my foot. Should not scratch my foot. Yeah. Some people say it has to be a wooden spoon. It does not. It's literally just any spoon because it breaks the surface tension of the bubbles and it doesn't allow them to grow, and so it doesn't like boil over. Look at me doing science, Devin. Are you proud of me or what? The English teacher does know science. Oh, Devin's proud of me. I brought my dragons home when I cleaned out my classroom, and they're on my desk over there. And I let my son, one of the dragons now lives on my son's computer. Ah! Something in my eye. Oh, well, see, look at that. You're doing ELA, I'm doing science. Look at us be twins. Yeah. I really need these noodles to finish. They're taking a while, like a long time. So we're making street corn elote salad for the person that asked. And then I added chickpeas to it just for extra fiber. So in this, I've got chickpeas, fire roasted corn, cilantro, tahini, lemon juice, lime juice, sour cream, and Greek yogurt so far, and some salt. Yeah. Madeline says she loves adding chickpeas. I just did a 3-bean salad that is chickpeas and red kidney beans, and I did corn, so I guess it's technically not a bean, with some cojita cheese and with cojita cheese and some feta, and then like a lemon juice, olive oil, and maple syrup like dressing, and I put that all in the fridge. I haven't just air fried chickpeas. I will give that a try. I've got like 5 cans. Oopsie. I bought some chickpeas that were like supposed to be snacks, but they were awful. They tasted awful, they were horrible, and so I threw them away. So I'm a little scared to try to air fry chickpeas because I don't know how I'd like that. We're good. All right, I'm gonna dump the noodles. And normally I don't cool them off with water, but because I'm going to try and put them right into that sauce, we're going to cool them down. All right. Mix these in. Right? The noodles took forever. So if you're going to be making these for meal prep, by the way, and putting them in jars and putting them in your fridge, I highly suggest that you add more sauce than you think you're going to need. So make it really, really saucy. And the reason for that is because as they sit in the fridge, the noodles soak up the sauce, and then it becomes like a dry pasta salad, right? So there's that. I got a few teacher stories. I'm waiting on a few more because what I'm going to try and do is intersperse some of my own teacher stories into it. So I asked on Instagram for teacher stories, things that happened as a teacher for you in your classroom or whatever. And I got a few, but I want to intersperse some of my own and like kind of hide them in there so that you don't know that they're mine. And because I don't have a lot, I'm waiting to get more, if that makes sense. Because for whatever reason, I want to protect the identity of some of my, some of the people that I would be telling stories about. Probably shouldn't, but whatever. All right. Added a little bit more sour cream to make this a little more saucy. You almost want it to be too much. All right, I'm gonna taste a noodle here. Yep, there we go. Okay. Just put some noodles in. Now you can also add some protein to this by adding like diced chicken if you wanted to, or really any meat. But I already have the chicken salad in the fridge, so I didn't want to cook 2 things of chicken today. Didn't feel like it. Not canning it, so what I'm doing is kind of like the way people do overnight oats, and they just put them in mason jars in the fridge because it saves longer. I put them in mason jars because it's good portions, it saves a little better, and it's just really easy to be like a grab and go type of thing. Because this has cream in it, you wouldn't be able to can it. Plus it should be eaten cold. Yeah. And as soon as I finish these, I'll show you what I have in my fridge for the ones that I've done. Okay, I think I'm going to do a few small jars, a few half pints, because I like the half pints because I don't always eat a lot. Get all the good stuff from the bottom of the bowl. I also added some hemp hearts to this just for a little bit more fiber. Obviously you don't have to do that, but I think it's a good way to add a little fiber without changing really the flavor to it. Dropped 2 noodles on the countertop, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, and then we just put these reusable lids on. Just like that, and it won't go on. And again, I just got these on Amazon. Just search reusable mason jar lid, you'll find them. I do have them in my storefront if you can find them. No big deal if not. Another small lid. There we go. All right. Ta-da! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That works out really well. And let's go put them in the fridge. And hopefully this time not drop something off of the top of the refrigerator, yeah? All right, first I'm gonna take you guys over there. All right. There's the fridge. All right. You guys good? Okay. Let me get the jars. And you'll see I So there's a whole week worth of meal prep. So I have the elote street corn salad, I have chicken salad, and then I have like a three bean salad. And those just go in there. And if my family wants to eat, they can just pull one out, and it works. Doing well. How are you? Baylor's Kitchen Crafts. Are you near Baylor, or do you just, is that your name? I do have a popcorn maker. Yep. We only use it for like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like aesthetic purposes. It works just fine. It's just kind of a pain in the butt to use. So, anyway. Yeah, so that was it. We made 3 different types of meal prep, and then I'm going to make tacos for dinner, I think. I have to see when my husband's on his way home so that I can figure out when to start them. So, but that's it. That's everything. So, it's not easy to clean. That's why it's kind of a pain in the butt to use. All right. You guys are amazing. Thank you for hanging out with me and keeping me accountable while I made meals for the week. And I don't know, should we do this again? Should we go live again when I do meal prep again? In probably a few days. Because, you know, we've got 5 people living in this house. I said 6 earlier, but we have 5. One of them's on a mission, so she's not here. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.